What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. I wanted to give you a little synopsis of this video before, so you can decide if it's worth your time to watch. I don't like to waste people's time, so I'll just tell you what it's about, and then you can watch it if you want. Scalping NQ. This is Tuesday, the 16th of January 2024. Market was closed yesterday. Scalp the first hour. It's about four trades in this video. There's long trades and there's short trades. Um, you get to see my execution, how I'm talking about the market, what I'm thinking about it, before and after I enter a trade and exit. I show you my stats throughout and in the end. I show you a few custom indicators. Um, and that's it. It's just price action. So if you like that, you'll enjoy this. Um, Unlike most YouTubers, I don't make, you know, a ton of money from YouTube. I think I'm up to like 80 bucks all of last year. So I'm not selling you a course or anything like that. That's not how I make my money. I make my money trading. So what I'm showing you is stuff that I use every day in my own accounts. And, I'm not just, on here talking out of my ass. I use this to make a living. So that's about it. If you guys could throw me a like on here and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff, show YouTube you're watching my content and, give me a little bit of credit for the little editing that I did do. I'd appreciate it. I did edit out a bunch of silence from the video because you're not learning anything if I'm not talking or, I'm not even at the computer. So I'm not going to put that in there or even speed it up anymore. I just edit it out. So if you see it jump, that's what it is. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy. All right. So we're back here in a short trade right now. I'm looking to scalp this out right here. If it gives me 25 or more, 25 to 30, move my stop to that area. If it wants to keep falling, that's fine. But I'm also willing to scale in a little bit higher because they took this big bar here. It was kind of climactic, but they took this big bar and they weren't even able to put in a nice bar afterward. There was no follow through. Came up here and peeled off. So I'm thinking we'll either match this low or try to get below it. And I'm willing to scale in a little higher. So, but got the open coming. Be some tricks played at the open, but I think we want to go lower today. We had a spike right here, channel, had a break and retest. This candle closed green, but it doesn't look like they're taking this as a bull signal right now. They can't seem to get above it at the moment. Okay, now they're getting above it a little bit. Tried to get my custom Bollinger Bands working earlier. Um, and it's giving me a code error, so I got to figure that out. But these are Bollinger Bands, regular settings, 20, 20 and 2. So for the second time, they took one of these as a buy signal. This and this are pretty much the same to me. Trading range, trade it down, trade it up, close at its high. Not a bad signal, but it's below the moving average after a rejection. And it's in the shadow of this bar right here. So they should be getting some strength from these participants here. And I'm not really seeing that at the moment, but we really got a breakdown here for me to make my money, it looks like, or I'm going to have to close this position. I'm going to try for this 20 again, most likely. And if we break it, I have decisions to make all the way up here, or I can get out and go with trend. But So for the second time, they took one of these as a buy signal, and the bulls or the bears took it as a sell signal. So let's see what happens here. We are at the bottom of a channel here. This might be a good time to take profits. I probably should have shorted a little more up here, but I think we can get below here. Is it high probability? I don't know. But if they keep ignoring buy signals like this, yeah, it becomes high probability. Or the probability increases that we're going to at least try to trade below here. We're in a trading range right here. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the mother bar of that range. So if we test up here, I should be looking to short that back down to here or somewhere in this range. But we are at the bottom of a channel. Probably should. It's kind of 50-50 right now. It looks like they're finding some traction here. Remember, my plan is to short this range here, this break out of this range. Below the 20, below the midpoint of the range. They keep taking buy signals as sell signals. So that's how the bears are making their money, shorting above bars. Bulls are making their money buying below. Got a channel line below here, or a trend line below here. This channel is upward sloping, just like this one in the inside of it. Upward sloping, broke to the downside. That's what we would expect most of the time. Upward sloping, we expect this to break to the downside. Now, whether it breaks all the way, you know, comes down here and then retraces, we don't know, but thinking we'll get a poke below here, at least at the open here. Bulls are active below these lows. Keep buying wicks. But got rejected here. This big bar is not really helping them. Thinking they want to get below this big bar. See what's down there before they go back up. As we break this, I'll move my stop below here, and that'll give me a nice scalp. And then if it wants to continue down, I'll chase it down with my stop. This is a nice bear signal that can close like this. Let's see if they want to take it though. The bears want to take it and break this trend line here. They tried to here. This is the low, the lowest they got. So let's see what they want to do here. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a break. See how far they want to go here before I move my stop and try to get a chaser. $30 seconds left. So, well, we were going to chase that down, but so they're breaking the bottom of this channel. Just scalped out for about 30 bucks. This is a bull signal or a bear signal. It's below this. It's at this channel line though. We can think of this channel as a upward sloping trading range, and we actually have a range right here. We have a range right here. So we got a trading range that's sloped up, and then we have one that's going side to side here. So around this area here, between this area and this area, you want to watch, because if we come down here and we can't get outside of this range, or we get out it by a little bit and then we reverse, we're going to come back to the top of this most likely. It looks like we're breaking the channel but coming back in. What's the 30-minute doing here? Okay, so this was a good bear signal. They tried to trade below it. Didn't really get below it though. Looks like the bulls are taking it as a buy signal. So this wouldn't be a bad buy, that you're at the top of a channel here or the bottom of a channel here. Your risk is pretty defined if you break this low. Probably don't want to be in the long trade anymore. But let's see how this closes. See how this closes before we try to commit to it. The bulls are struggling to close any bars super bullish today. So the bulls did take that signal there. Got a chance to go to the top of this channel. I'm going to buy this. Same thing as before. Stop. It's going to be below here though. Shouldn't get back below here. If we get above here enough to make a scalp, I'll try to scalp out again. Looking for that line to be broken there. I can move my thing up. Taking the 20 back here. I'm willing to scale in below here because they've shown that this range here, below this range, they're willing to buy. But we got to see what they do at the top of this range, because we still are in the bar that started this range here way back there 30 minutes ago. I'm tempted to put a bar, a sell order above here in case it wants to spike, but that's kind of limiting my profit. Like, it's only taking a scalp for sure because it's going to poke in and take me out. I'd prefer to move this up, but very two-sided right now. So since I'm just scalping, if it gets here once, I just want to take that profit, I think, right now. And if it looks stronger, I'll get back in and try to hold it for longer for a swing. I should be willing to buy below here though, pretty much anywhere below here. Right now this is looking like a pretty good bull signal, and they're holding the highs here, so should be waiting for more bulls to join this trend here. I want a better entry and I don't want it to pull back on me, so I'm going to move this to a little bit better than break even. Let's see if it wants to just move up there like it looks like it wants to do. You're scalping anything over 25, 30, you know, you do that 6-7 times a day, you've got 200 bucks. That's 50 grand a year. You get to 300, you know, you scale up. You know, it doesn't take a lot to pay some bills. You just got to be smart about your entries and not let your losses get out of control. I'm going to take that. Probably will hit my target. I could have waited, but scalping. Just hit my target there. So we have a situation where we have another big green bar originating in this area here, close to it. Didn't break the low. Another green bar. They used it as a buy signal before, but couldn't get too far above. Looks like now they're putting this as a sell signal, and I'm going to sell more higher. I'm interested in selling more up here. Definitely taking this as a buy signal, but we're at the top of this channel here, so let's see what they want to do up here. Might come back down through here. Very strong bull signal though. Back down. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad for a scalp up there. Let's put in a sell order here. It might have been my chance to get out, but I think we'll trade below here again. I'm going to add if we do get back up here. Company's gap down, so there's a little bit of bearish sentiment here, but it looks like they're trying to rebalance that top side of it right now. So let's just see what they got here. See if they're going to come back at the end of this candle or not, below the midpoint. Each of these is putting in a real nice bar. Apple gap down, that's kind of weighing everything down, but Nvidia's up. Tesla also gap down. And it looks like Google is closing its gaps. Broadcom is closing its gaps. So, but I think there's money to be made on the short, at least in this trade right here. So let's try to get out of this one at a profit, and we'll wait and see what the rest of it looks like. So big bar, big green bar. Bears took it as a buy, as a sell signal, right? This is the second time this has done this to me. I just tried to get out of this as a profit off screen, but I was in the wrong contract and I didn't close it. So that stinks. Got to be quick when you're scalping. You got to be quick. So we got a nice big bar closing at its high here. Should be shorting this at the close. Giving me several opportunities to profit. That last one was my mistake. So, but I can short higher. Position's not too outsized right now. Top of the channel. Like Apple's finding some, Micrometa's coming off. Nvidia's driving this though. I'm gonna short again up here. I think there's more sellers above at the moment. Get me out of the profit here. Not a very good bull signal, but they took it. Bears are taking a signal. Okay, below its midpoint here. Let's see what we got here. $1,100 up there. Coming back down here. It's my other chance to get out at a profit or less than a loss. Hopefully a profit. They did not take that bull signal up there. They took the bear trade instead. So I'm confident we're going to get below this midpoint of this other candle here. There we go. That was a little more risk on than I wanted to have on. We have rejected the top of this. They did not take this as a bull signal. Okay, they did not take this right here as a bull signal. They tried to, and then they came back down. Let's make the wicks yellow so we can see them in all of these different colors here. Make the wicks yellow. Got about a 71% win rate right now for the day. That's what that looks like right now. So when you're scalping, you need a high win rate. That trade right there was, it had potential to get away from us if it wanted to keep going, but typically you'll get, when I've seen this several times, you get this pattern here: big bar, little bar, rejection, big bar, little bar, rejection. So we did, and we're at the top of a channel. So the same reason why I didn't want to get too crazy with the sells below here, I didn't want to get crazy with buys above here. So this is giving me a lot more than I thought it would. Let's see if they come down and rebalance this. This indicator here is I'll show you. It's basically this. It's the top 8 companies in the Nasdaq, and it's their weighting. So I took the weighting of the actual Nasdaq and I took the weighting of the top 8 and I made an indicator out of it, and it's this one here. And what it's basically doing is it's accumulating the totals based on the weight. So Apple's the biggest company. It's trading at 182 right now, but it's multiplied by 8.9 because that's its weighting. Microsoft 8.6, Google 8.2 point, so all the way down, the weightings are different for each company. So each price move is going to be interpreted differently. And this is just kind of summing that. So this is like trading an ETF. It's like trading the Nasdaq, but only the top 8. So I want to know what they're doing because they're more than a third of the total Nasdaq, component. So this is off screen on another screen, and this here is just kind of how I judge it. I have the moving average on here, the 20 period, and I just want to see, are they above or below? I told you Meta started out weak, Apple's weak, Nvidia is really strong today, Tesla's kind of weak, but it could reverse up, close the gap. It's been gapping down now a few days. Time for some reprieve there. Google's been kind of flat to rising. And then Amazon, which I love to trade, is kind of struggling this morning too. So, wow, big bar. Look at this. Breaking through the bottom of this range now. Let's see if they respond at the top of it. It's a big bar though, and they're still coming with it. I'm gonna sell this again. I think we got some room down there. Willing to scale in higher. There it is. Another scalp here. So coming to the bottom of this range right here. See what happens here below here. I don't want to expand the range. Here we go. See what happens below there. So we're negative 1,600 companies, 1,652. Started out negative 1,300. So like we said, they rebalanced this down movement here. They're taking this sell signal, which is a really nice sell signal, kind of climactic because it's bigger than every bar on the chart. They're taking that signal as a sell signal. This bar is bigger than this bar, that bar, about the same size as this bar actually. But looking for a channel break, retest. We came down here before, didn't break it, went back up, came down this time. We were able to break it, close below it. But now we're at the bottom of this range that we said we wanted to see what it's going to do. And it's looking really bullish or really bearish right now. So I'm going to take another. I would have failed. I'm going to be willing to scale in anywhere from here below. And we immediately went into a scalp profit here. Too quick. Couldn't really take it though. So let's put this down here so we know where it has to go. Let's see if they want to try it again here. At the bottom of the band, wouldn't usually short down here at the bottom of a range, but I'm comfortable scaling in, and if we break down, I'll take that profit. When you're scalping, you're looking for it to go a little bit beyond what everyone thinks it's going to go for you to take a profit. So it did poke below this band, but if this closes within this, I might have to think about either adding on or waiting for this retest to add on. But they took this big bear bar as a buy signal. So this is a pullback and a downtrend here. We just punched in a lower low, came below this low and this low, came below here and was bought up in a range. It's what you would expect. So let's see what we get on this retest here. Let me just stop up here. Should have held this down. And this was 35 points. That would have been a nice trade. Looks like it's trying to retest here, but it hasn't really touched it, so not really a proper retest. Hasn't come up to the midpoint. So the bears are still active and they're selling in this bar. Bulls are active below here. So I think we got enough momentum to scalp out another scalp trade here. These bars keep looking big like this though and pushing the lows of the ranges. I might have to start thinking about holding for swings, but okay, so this didn't close the way I wanted it to. It's a trading range, went up, went down, went up, went down. I want to see them test the bottom of this range again, obviously, so I can try to get out at a profit or break even. If they test the top, I'm looking to short some more. A lot of selling pressure coming in here, though, on the low end. We started this bar out really aggressive and have not been able to follow through on it. Let me see here. Now there's some follow through there. Trying this low again. Bulls are still buying these lows though. Got my hand on the trigger for 25, 30 bucks over here. There we go. Taking that. Rejected it. Right thing to do to take that profit. This is our winning percentage right now, 77%, 22% losses. This is my week so far. Up about 300 for the week, 53 in commissions, 76% for the week though. So I've taken 25 trades, 70 contracts, and this is what we have here. So not bad. That's all I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and have some breakfast, play some video games, and I'll probably continue scalping all day, but it's looking like it's going to be two-sided because if you combine this candle and these candles here, what you have right now is you have a bar with a long wick to the top and you have one with a big body to the bottom right now. But you're inside of a channel, you're at the bottom of a trading range. Remember we talked about most breakouts failing in a range. This is a range right here. We traded below it, we failed. Now if the failure fails, we're going to come back down here for another leg. The bulls have to convince each other that they have enough strength to get back up here. And I mean, I don't know, they could. But we're minus 1,600 companies from the open. and continue in the fall. It's not rising at all. Even as price is trying to rally, it's not rallying. So could be a trading range day, could be half a trading range day, but look at what the bulls are doing with their signals. Are they taking them? Are they believing in them for a minute? Or are the bears believing that there's going to be more bears above than below? And, try to structure your trade. It's the same thing I've been saying of who's making money and how are they doing it? Who's making money right now? Where the bears are making money and they're doing it shorting the tops of bars. They shorted the top, made money. They shorted this top, made money. They shorted this top, made money. They shorted this top, made money. Shorted this top, made money. So that's how they're making money. So you're in a limit bear environment right now, but you're starting to see stop bears make money. Stop bears made money here. When this traded below, it didn't really threaten if they put their stop above here. They made money here. This was a little bit harder though because it did trade above, almost to the midpoint of this candle, and they didn't make money here. So it's a limit market. What are the bulls doing? They're doing the opposite of the bears. They're buying below this low. Bought that low, went up. What happened to this low? Bought that low and went up. This low, they declined to buy, but they could be buying these lows here to go up. So whatever day unfolds, just, try to manage your risk, try to pick your spots. I've been scalping this market for weeks because there's no reason it should be this high, in my opinion, but it's not really my opinion. I should be trading the market. So I've been trying to get into that mindset and keep my opinion out of it, but it's been difficult for me. So I've just been scalping. And I've been doing pretty good. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.